You have a job now, right? So, pay for my vacation. That was the first thing my aunt said when she called. No, No, congratulations. No, I'm proud of you. Just that. Like I owed her the world because I finally had a paycheck. I remember sitting there, phone in hand, just frozen. I had just wrapped up my first full month at work. My very first 9 to 5. It was exhausting, overwhelming, but also strangely empowering. My paycheck had just hit my account that morning. It wasn't a huge amount, but to me it was everything. I was planning to buy groceries, treat my parents to dinner, and maybe, just maybe, get a little secondhand bookshelf I'd been eyeing. Instead, I got a call from Florida. Aunt May, my mom's older sister. She helped raise me when I was little, back when my parents were working overseas. She used to be this warm, nurturing figure. Someone I admired, trusted. But over the years, things shifted. She became distant, demanding, only ever called when she needed something. I picked up the call, half expecting some sort of, "How are you?" Instead, she hit me with that one-liner. "You got a job? Great. Pay for my trip to Cancun." I thought she was joking. I even chuckled. "Wait, what?" I asked. "Are you serious?" "Of course I'm serious," she said, like I'd asked the dumbest question. "You're working now. You can afford it." "I literally just got paid my first check," I said. "It's like, barely enough for groceries." "Well, that's what credit cards are for," she replied. I paused. This had to be a joke, right? "I don't think I can afford a trip like that right now," I said carefully. "Don't be ungrateful," she snapped. "After everything I've done for you." My heart started racing. That guilt switch? She knew how to flip it. "Aunt May, I'm not ungrateful," I replied. "I appreciate everything. But I don't have $3,000. "Well, figure it out. I want to go next month." "You have time. Figure it out." Like I had a money tree somewhere. I stayed silent, my head spinning. "I'll give you my flight details later. Make sure you cover the hotel too. We're staying Ocean View." Click. She hung up. I just sat there. For minutes. Just processing. My microwave beeped, but I didn't move. I dreamed of this paycheck. Not because it was a lot, but because it meant I could finally breathe. Buy my own groceries. Maybe treat my parents to dinner. And now, someone wanted to claim it like I owed it to her. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I just sat there. And I thought, is this what adulthood feels like? That was just the beginning. When I was 7, my parents got assigned to a long-term engineering project in Singapore. They couldn't bring me with them. So they left me in the care of Aunt May. And honestly, she was incredible. She packed my school lunches, braided my hair before class, and stayed up late helping me build cardboard castles for school projects. When I got chickenpox, she covered my arms in calamine lotion and sang lullabies until I fell asleep. She even showed up to every parent-teacher meeting, every school play, every tiny award I ever got. Back then, I thought she was my superhero, maybe even more present than my actual parents. She used to tuck me in at night and whisper, "I'm always here for you, sweet pea." And for a long time she really was. But time passed. My parents returned. And things shifted. I moved back home. Aunt May didn't visit as much. First, we still talked on the phone. She'd send birthday cards. But slowly, those calls turned into occasional texts. Then silence. Until one day when I was 13 she messaged me, "Can you help me order something online? I'll pay you back." I did. Of course I did. I had a little saved from chores and birthday money. Then came another request. And another. "Can I borrow $50 just for a week? This dress is on sale today only. Can you spot me?" At first they seemed harmless. She'd done so much for me. This was nothing, right? But as I grew older I realized she never paid me back. Not once. I even started working part-time tutoring kids just to have extra cash for her. Every time I brought it up she'd say, "Come on, I raised you. This is the least you can do." That line, "I raised you," became her favorite currency. I tried to set boundaries. I can't keep doing this. I'm broke. I need to save. But guilt always won. Then came college. She barely showed up. No texts, no calls. Until she found out I got a job offer. That's when she reached out again. Sweet at first. so proud of you, sweetheart. Knew you'd make it. Then not even 5 minutes later. So when are you going to give back to the one who raised you? I should have seen it coming. But I didn't. So when she called me this time after my first paycheck, I picked up. And she went straight to business. Cancun. $3,000. I owe her. And I hesitated. I really did. Because for all her manipulation, all the strings she's pulled over the years, she did hold me when I had nightmares. She did read me bedtime stories when I missed my mom. She was there. And that's what made it so hard. Because saying no to someone who once loved you feels like betrayal. But deep down I knew I wasn't the one who changed. And this wasn't about love. It was about power. $3,000? Are you serious? I asked, trying to keep my voice calm. It's not that much, she said. And you owe me. I just started working, Aunt May. I'm barely making rent. Then use your credit card. That's what it's for. She said it like she was talking about buying gum, not a luxury vacation. I'm not comfortable doing that, I said. It's a lot of money. Ungrateful little brat, she muttered. After everything I've done for you. This isn't about being ungrateful. It's about financial reality. She scoffed. Financial reality? Please. You just don't want to give back. You're not entitled to my paycheck, I said softly. I love you. But this isn't okay. Silence. Then a long bitter sigh. Don't worry, she said. I'll make sure the family knows what kind of person you really are. Click. She hung up. That night, she posted a long status on Facebook. It was vague enough to avoid being flagged, but specific enough that everyone knew. Some kids forget who raised them, she wrote. They think a little job makes them better than family. I stared at the screen, hands trembling. Comments flooded in. Aunts, cousins, distant relatives I hadn't spoken to in years. She has every right to be disappointed. Kids these days. I didn't know what to say. I didn't even know how to breathe. Then came the text. Why is Aunt May so upset? One cousin asked. What happened? Did you really say no to helping her? I felt like I was on trial. And the jury? My own family. I tried explaining to one cousin. It was a lot of money. I couldn't afford it. She left me on read. I even texted Aunt May. Please don't do this. We can talk. No reply. Just silence. The next day, a family group chat I was in went from 14 members to 13. I'd been removed. It hurt more than I expected. Because no matter how independent I thought I was, being rejected by your own still cuts deep. For a moment, I even considered sending the money, just to make it stop. But then, just as I was opening my banking app, I saw something. A message. A screenshot. Sent to me anonymously. It was from another group chat. One I wasn't in. And what it showed changed everything. The screenshot showed a group chat between Aunt May and two of her friends. The title? Girls Trip. Cancun Party Popper Palm Tree. They were planning the whole thing weeks before she even called me. Don't worry, I've got a sponsor. One message read. That sponsor. Me. She just got a job. She'll feel too guilty to say no. Emotional blackmail 101. Another replied with a laughing emoji. I felt my stomach drop. This wasn't just a misunderstanding. This was manipulation. Premeditated. Calculated. She never even intended to ask. Just pressure me into saying yes. My hands trembled. Not with fear but fury. I'd spent days wondering if I was a bad person. If I was being selfish. And meanwhile, she was laughing behind my back. I took a breath. Then read more. She's such a softie, Aunt May wrote. All I have to do is bring up the I raised you thing and she folds. Manipulating family is easier than strangers, someone else added. My vision blurred. I had to set the phone down. I wasn't just angry, I was heartbroken. This was someone who once tucked me in at night, held me when I cried. And now? She was mocking me. Something inside me hardened. I wasn't going to let her do this to me again. I saved the screenshots. Every message. Every name. I took the night to breathe, journal, cry a little. But the next morning, I was ready. I messaged one of the aunts who had liked Aunt May's post. Hey, I wrote. I know you probably heard her side, but I think you deserve to see this too. I sent the screenshots. All of them. Silence. For 5 minutes. Then, oh my God. She forwarded it to the rest of the family. One by one, texts started rolling in. I'm so sorry. We didn't know. This is disgusting. The tide was turning. Aunt May tried to fight back. Posted a vague apology about being misunderstood. But it was too late. People saw the truth. And more importantly, I saw it too. I blocked her. Everywhere. I left the family group chats that tolerated her lies. And for the first time in weeks, I slept peacefully. I wasn't a monster. I wasn't ungrateful. I was just done. After the screenshots went out, everything changed. The silence that had haunted me was replaced by noise. Real voices, real support. My cousin Lily called me crying. I'm so sorry, she said. I didn't know. I thought. It's okay, I said. You didn't know. Now you do. One by one, family members who had been silent began to message me. Some apologized. Some offered support. A few even shared their own stories. Turns out, Aunt May had a pattern. She'd borrowed money from cousins, guilt-tripped her younger siblings, made herself the victim in every story, and no one had dared say no until now. One uncle even said, "Thank you for standing up to her. We've been too afraid." That hit me hard. I hadn't just stood up for myself. I'd started something. Aunt May, meanwhile, went quiet. Her vague apology post stayed up, but she stopped replying to anyone. I think she realized the game was up. But I wasn't done. For years, I'd let guilt dictate my choices. Let others cross boundaries because I was too afraid of confrontation. Not anymore. I wrote a letter. Not just for her, but for me. I didn't mail it. I didn't need to. But writing it freed me. It said, "Dear Aunt May, I will always be grateful for the love and care you gave me when I was little. That part of you is real, and I will never forget it. But I will no longer allow that past to be used as currency to manipulate my present. I am not a child anymore. I have boundaries now, and I'm learning to protect them. I wish you peace. But I am walking away." I saved it, folded it neatly, tucked it into my journal. That letter wasn't for her. It was for me. A line drawn. A door closed. After that, I deleted the family group chats I'd left. I muted Aunt May's name from my contacts. I stopped checking who liked what, and I started living again. I took my parents out to dinner like I'd planned weeks ago. I bought that secondhand bookshelf. I rearranged my room. I lit a candle. I played music. And I breathed. For the first time in a long time. I felt light. It's funny how the smallest moments feel the most powerful. Like sipping tea alone and realizing the silence no longer hurts. Like opening your banking app without guilt. Like looking in the mirror and finally recognizing the person staring back. That girl, she's not broken. She's not selfish. She's healing. And she's learning how to say no without apology. It took me years to realize that love is not debt. And that people who love you, truly love you, don't keep score. Aunt May gave me love once. That part was real. But somewhere along the way, love turned into leverage. Into manipulation. Into guilt. And I let it. For a long time. Until I didn't. I think that's what growing up really is. Not just paying your bills or doing taxes, but learning how to protect your peace. Learning that boundaries are not cruelty. They are clarity. And choosing day after day not to shrink yourself to keep others comfortable. I don't hate my aunt. Honestly, I hope she finds peace too. I just won't be the one paying for it. These days I still think about her sometimes. Especially when I walk past beach travel posters. Cancun always makes me laugh now. Not because it's funny, but because I made it through. And that girl she thought would always fold? She's still here. But she's stronger now. And she's finally living life on her own terms. If you're reading this and feeling trapped in guilt, I see you. And I promise, you're allowed to choose yourself. You're allowed to grow. To say no. To set the boundary. Not out of anger, but out of love for yourself. You don't owe anyone your peace. And peace? It's priceless. Have you ever had to walk away from someone who once loved you? Drop your story in the comments. I read everyone. And if no one's told you this today, you don't owe anyone your peace. Keep it. Fiercely.